Okay, hi, this is Junker's Review. We're going to talk about Y2K. It's a,
Garrett was the stoner dude.
okay. Hello. Hi, this is Junker's Review. We're going to talk about Y2K. It's a movie that we just saw last night.
Oh,
Uh,
I loved it. I thought it was
uh,
just a fun.
Silly. So it's Kyle Mooney's directorial debut. It's the first film he's ever directed. He helped co-write it too. It has Jaden Martell as Eli, and he's buddies with what's his name? Julian Dennison as Danny. They're buddies, and it's just kind of a they're just high school buddies. They're going to a party the night before the Y2K bug hits, and then chaos happens. Basically, I mean, what exactly happened when Y2
Okay.
when
In
it
Y2, what happened is in Y2K, soon as the countdown, the clock starts over to 20 to 2000, 200, um, the singularity happens. Computers come alive. They are self-aware and they think the humans are the enemy and they want to help us become better people. So they want to implant our brains with computers and create the singularity.
so as goofy as that whole thing just you said sounded, the movie was about just as goofy. I mean, you're all of a sudden, toys and stuff start going around attacking people with jigsaw blades
Yeah,
and
what the technology did is started creating its own. The technology started melding one atom with one technology with another, creating weapons, creating robots, autonomous creatures that's chasing down the humans.
I mean
And
it was nuts. Like PC computers walking around on legs, throwing their wires around. I mean, it really the budget of this movie is about 10 or 15 million dollars, and I think they spent about 5 million of that getting Rachel Zegler to be in this thing.
it was great because nothing. It's not.
I
It
wouldn't
is.
call it
It's
great.
we don't. What I mean by great is it's the special effects and the way they put everything together is so late 80s, early 90s, campy. Um, it's not clean. It's just
Well, I mean,
hodgepodge
it's not
together.
the 80s or the 90s. It's 2000 and something. I mean, these people could have used some computer graphics. It really did look like a high school film student's project. I mean, it was just really goofy. Um, I kind of thought the beginning of the movie was probably better. The kid who played Deadpool, what was his name again? He didn't play Deadpool. He was in Deadpool.
He
The
played the Julian Dennison. He played
Yeah.
Danny.
Yeah, Danny and Eli, it would have been better if those two had been in the movie the whole time. Uh,
Okay, they're the
we
nerd.
can't really give away all that what happens because the movie just came out, so I don't want to do that. But basically, let's just say that Danny and Eli are not together at the end of this movie. It quickly becomes a Rachel Zegler. Who did she play? What was her name?
Laura.
And they're running around, and then there was a kind of a Wiccan girl and a poet. Those two were actually kind of interesting. I didn't mind those two. Uh,
What did you call her?
Wiccan or I don't know, some kind of goth
No,
girl
she was grunge.
or whatever she was. Uh, those two were all right, but then like the interesting people in this movie kept dying.
It had Alicia Silverstone in it as Eli's.
Yeah, Alicia Silverstone was the
She
mom.
was funny in it as the mom.
She was funny in it, but I mean, she wasn't in it that much.
No,
She just needed a paycheck, I guess. Uh, Then this guy, this Fred Dumpster, is it Fred Dunster, Fred Durst?
Durst.
Fred Durst shows up.
As Fred Durst. He was the lead singer of Limp Bizkit.
Are you sure about that? So I didn't know who this guy was. I mean, it's been 30 years since I listened to any of that stuff. So anyway, Frankie nudges me in the middle of it and tells me that this guy had recently died of cancer or something, and totally had me thinking this for half the movie. And it turns out that it was some other dude who did actually die.
I got him confused with the lead singer of Smash Mouth.
Can you imagine the last movie he ever is this? I mean, this was goofy at best.
Two thumbs up for me. You want to go see
I
an
would have to
original?
say I liked it.
It's original. It's funny. It's
Definitely original.
and I like the story. The writing was good. The characters were fun, were good. The characters were well
I
written.
like the characters, but honestly, they killed off the interesting ones.
Yeah,
The
but they didn't.
party, the movie for me peaked whenever it was at the house and they were in that party, and then after that, it just kind of dragged on a little bit.
And this movie didn't fall into the other traps of other movies of this time. There wasn't a lot of preachy. There wasn't a lot of um
Identity politics stuff like that.
yeah. I was trying to find
Well,
another
it
way
had
to
Rachel
say it.
Zegler in it, and she runs her mouth all the damn time. They're trying to make her out to be this glamorous whatever, and it's ridiculous. She looks like she weighs about 98 pounds soaking wet, and they put her in what Snow White against Gal Gadot. Anyway, let's make this a quick review. Uh,
The
I'll go see it. It was fun.
I enjoyed this movie so much. It was so funny. But the wires, that's basically stop motion. They did that using stop motion. The machine that's walking around.
Honestly, considering how goofy this movie looked, I'm surprised we didn't see somebody's hand come in and toss a bunch of wires. I mean, it just
Oh, that would have been awesome if that had happened. That would have fit this movie. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna give this two thumbs up. It was a great, just
it was fun.
yes.
It was fun.
It was original. It was done. I mean, we've all seen, the singularity, but this was done. This took a very campy turn, and but the dialogue in it, the interaction between the characters was great, and we have some deaths in here. You're like, I can't believe they did that.
Oh wait, I'm still like, I can't believe they did that. I'm telling you, this would have been 100 times better of a movie if that kid from Deadpool 2 had lived and those two had went on their adventures and Rachel Zegler. The better part of this movie is the beginning. It's okay. I liked it all the way till the end. It was just so goofy. If Fred Durst hadn't shown up, the ending part wouldn't have been as good. I mean, he kind of
I
made,
knew, okay, but I knew from the start that Danny character. Well, I knew from the start that one person wasn't going to make it because the movie was more about they kept pushing this, romantic arc, and it was more. They kept the movie was more subpoenaed her to come and testify and to give all the evidence. Spend time in jail, be attempt of court. That's a big deal.
who are you telling me was in that? What was that? What's that movie that we just randomly saw, that werewolves movie?
Oh, it's got Lou Diamond Phillips, Katrina Law. She's the new person in the NCIS, and she was in that Spartacus Sand and Blood series, the original series, with the original actor before he passed away of cancer. It's got Lou Diamond Phillips in it, I just said, and it's got that other Frank something. He was in he was the bad guy in Captain America 2.
Elevator scene.
Yeah. Yeah, that character's in it. It's got a really good cast, and there's another person in it I can't remember.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna call Caroline and see where she's at. Hold on a second. Hello? Hey, where are you at? Oh, you got out of practice like an hour and a half ago.
Have you been watching the federal judges that the Biden is trying to push through? Biden administration is trying to push through right before he leaves office.
Oh, they always do that.
Ted Cruz. I've been watching Ted Cruz interview these people. Oh my God, these people are just nutters. You need to listen to some of those what
I
they do
doubt
and
it.
what they believe
I don't
in.
doubt it.
He was forced out of the presidential race in '88 for plagiarism. He's the president. He should be able to appoint anybody he wants to any position.
Well, he can. The Senate has to confirm him. I mean, there's a substantial portion of the Republican Party that would like nothing better than to stop Trump. And there's a higher percentage of them are in elected office than you would think. A lot of the horrible Republican senators are from states that are extremely red, like Kentucky has Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell sucks. Joni Ertz from Iowa. Well, I mean, Trump won Iowa handily. Glenn Jacobs is probably going to run for governor, and I completely support that.
Oh,
Com
me too.
Absolutely. For a number of reasons. I like Glenn Jacobs, I like his politics, and right now, a lot of the power structure of the Republican Party is in Middle Tennessee, is in Nashville. And I don't think those damn people in Nashville anymore, I don't think they realize that there's any place else in the state other than Nashville, which is kind of crazy when you think about it, because it's not like Nashville is the center of Tennessee. I mean, Nashville votes Democrat, but the state votes like overwhelmingly Republican. It's not like Nashville has some great power. So it's just kind of interesting that these people in Nashville all have their heads up each other's asses. And I don't even think has Lee actually been to Knoxville? Okay, I didn't vote for him in the primary. I voted for him in the general because I wasn't going to vote for the Democrat.